I am Maria Diana L. Medrano, BSHM Section B. Selected method and tools for service process. Some of the other methods and tools used to analyze service process are the following. 1. Affinity diagram. It is an analytical tool to gather and organize information from a significant amount of fixed data source from researches, insight, concept, diagram, brainstorm, ideas, and designs. This method is employed to sort and bundle information into groups or based on their relationship. Often, disconnection and relationship between differ insight and new ideas. 2. Brainstorming. It is a method to generate ideas from a group of people to solve a design problem. Under the direction of a facilitator, member of the group contribute ideas freely to cover as many areas as possible in research of the best possible design. Raw ideas contributed by the participant are gathered and refined to determine solutions. 3. Character profiles. This supplement the understanding and appreciation of designer by providing patterns or trend about service users. Knowing the profile would also help in justifying the innovation and improvements designed for the clients. 4. Contextual interview. It refers to interview conducted in the natural environment where the service occurred. 5. User journey map. It is a diagram that uses illustration, photographs, or code telling out the journey of the user through a service. It helps in identifying the key, stage, and touch point along the user service experience, what parts of the service work for the user and what parts need to improve. It is a useful technique to understand the 6. Cultural fabs. These are also referred to as user diary. It provides a way gathering information about people and their activities and insight about the day of communities. 7. Documentaries. These are a tool used to provide information at the initial stage of the design process. This method is a visual representation of human emotion and expression captured through film.
Perfect.
8. Empathy prompts. These are a tool for design that consider what the user are thinking and feeling more than what they are doing and saying. 9. Ethnographic user research. It is a tool used to support a deeper understanding of the design issue for service designer. Through this research tool, the designer will be able to establish what motivates the user to do something and what hinders them not to do. 10. Experience prototype. It is a simulation of service to test new service ideas or design for a specific physical touchpoint. It seeks out whether the design is applicable to the user or identifies the area that could possibly be improved. 11. Focus group. It is a setting of deliberately selected people who are participants of discussion about a particular topic which intends to bring out their perception and feedback to design ideas. 12. Immersion. It is also known as empathic research or role-playing. A researcher involves himself with the study area by becoming part of it. It is a good source of information since the designer will have an actual experience with regards to emotion and social interaction with the community. 13. Observation. It is a method that can be used to identify problems when users are interacting with the product. Through observation, services can be evaluated and the user experience can be determined to a certain level. 14. Personas. These refer to fictional characters created as archetypes, not stereotypes, to present type of user that avail of the service or product of companies. Personas are created to help understand the needs, behaviors, experience, and goals of users. 15. Prototyping. This tool is used to examine the behavior and performance of a fresh design before it goes to production. The service is tested by observing the interaction of the user with the prototype of the service, making the menu, settings, and conditions where the service is actually rendered. The kinds of prototyping methods are the following. A. Sketches and diagrams. These are used to illustrate the ideas for discussion and analysis. Sketches are among the earliest form of prototyping and also the simplest to use, them to be accepted for value. B. Storyboarding. This is a presentation of cases or prototype scenario using a series of drawing or picture to visualize a sequence of events. C. Building blocks prototype. Beyond the idea of having fun with building block as a toy, the versatility and ability to stimulate creativeness has made this toy a valuable tool in prototyping. D. Roleplay. This refers to acting out service situation where user interact with product or service. The implied condition clarifies the direction where the service design should take, that the service really exists and then render a possible journey through its functionalities. E. Physical models. For design service that may require physical representation, mock-ups can be created for testing. Materials that can be used include paper, cardboard, wax, clay, and wood among others to build the models. F. User-driven prototype. This prototype method uses a unique approach in coming up with the service design. Instead of the designer conjuring a design for the service user, it is instead the user who will get to make a design. 16. Scenarios. This refers to the creation of a hypothetical story to visualize how user will utilize a service in order to generate design. Scenarios can either be written or drawn with a sufficient detail to anticipate and demonstrate the needs of users. 17. Service prototype. This is a simulation tool to test a service design through observation of the interaction between the user and the prototype of the service set in the place, situation, and condition where the service truly exists. 18. Shadowing. The researcher acts as an observer only does not interfere with the participant in any circumstances. In this method, the researcher goes along with the user and observes how they utilize the service or product within their natural environment. 19. Stakeholder map. It is a tool that shows a visual presentation of organization staff, sponsor, investors, board partner organization, or customers. The map reflects the level of interest and importance of the stakeholder in the organization. The stakeholders are listed and sorted on a chart based on the text of their interest and influence or the power each hold in the organization. A stakeholder map helps determine who among the stakeholders possesses the biggest impact on the organization.